right, welcome everybody to the game against Meramec versus the St. Louis Rockets. We have a doubleheader tonight. The next game starts later tonight and it finishes at around 10:30. So I think it starts around 9. Salmons kicks it out to the boards. Now Meramec circles back around, sends it back into the neutral zone. Benoit gets a touch on it. Benoit now tries to pass outside the zone, but it gets intercepted by Meramec. And now Giorgio's on this hot back going in the other way. Alexander's right in front of the net. Now Fallis comes in on defense. Fallis passes it over to, and then it's intercepted by Meramec. They enter the zone. Center pass by Meramec is deflected by Wagner. Shot is covered by Mormon. Face-off controlled by Meramec. They send it back deep into the zone. Fallis is right there. Fallis kicks it to himself and then looks to pass it outside and kicks it into the neutral zone. That's going to be icing on the Rockets. It's going to bring it back down to the other side of the ice. Young and Gardner enter in on defense. Got Jansen Parrish on offense with McLaughlin. Shot on net is covered by Mormon. Face off now inside the Rocket zone by Parrish. Controlled by Parrish. He sends it into the other side of the ice. Now Parrish in front of the net in the slot, shot, and that's going to be a goal by Parrish. He circled. Parrish skated through the zone, went to the right side of the circle, and then shot it left, and it's wide left shot goes right in. And I say wide left, but shot left goes right in the net. Gives the Rockets a 1-0 lead with 13:09 left in the period. Face-off by Akins is controlled back to Gardner. Gardner passes it up. Center pass. Oh, deflected off the skate of Mormon. And now the Rockets have it center in middle of the zone to Kai. Picked up by the goalie of Meramec, and then Young sends it back on net again, and then covered by Meramec's goalie. 12:36 left in the first period. You want a mic? Face off back to Benoit. Benoit sends it deep into the zone. Akins picks it up. Center pass, but can't quite get control by the Rockets. Now Salmons has it in the neutral zone. He sends it over to Ryleman.
Come on, skate. There you go, Ike.
Now Kai. Kai, then center pass Ryleman, then Akins. And deflected to the left of the net.
Let's go, Ike.
Kai behind the net. Has Akins right in front of the net. And Ryleman. Then the puck gets sent back. Salmons pinches up. Can't quite get it back into the zone. Now they're back the other way. Benoit sends them outside and keeps anything from happening there. Now Salmons sends it back to center at Giorgio. Can't quite control the pass there. So now Giorgio again. He centers it to Salmons, but they can't connect. Now Giorgio back around, back to Fallis. in the neutral zone. Flipped in by Meramec, and they chase after it there. Center pass in the slot. Bounces off of Warman and goes up and rolls across the top bar. And then they blow it dead. I'm not really sure why they blew it dead there. The puck wasn't stuck, but they blew it dead anyway. 11:07 left in the first period. Face off to the point. They shoot it, goes wide left.
Come on, Rockets.
Giorgio kicks it into the zone. Goes on net. Deflected to the right. Now at the point, Wagner sends it back in deep again. Rockets holding inside the zone. And now they lose it into Fallis picks it up in the neutral zone. He waits for everybody to get back on sides and flips it back inside. Hellwig chases after it. Now Meramec sends it into the middle of the zone, deflects off, and they're going to call icing on Meramec with 10:07 left in the first period. Gardner Young in on defense. Perry. Parrish on the draw. Alexander in, sends it around the horn. Young loses an edge there.
Go, Mouth!
Rockets send it back into the zone. Back at the point, Young can't quite control the puck. He sends it deep. Parrish tries to send it over to Alexander. Now the Rockets lose the zone. They reset. Gardner sends it back across the boards into the zone again.
Hit him, Wyatt!
Center pass by Meramec. One-timers missed right there, right in front of the net, right in the slot. Back to the point. They send it deep again. Another shot. It's deflected. Now Parrish picks it up. He skates behind the net, flicks it across the boards.
Skate it!
The Rockets can't clear the zone. Alexander now.
Skate it!
And that's going to be offsides on Meramec with 8:52 left in the first period. Face off back at center ice. Jansen, Akins with Benoit, Salmons, and Ryleman in. Face off back into the Meramec zone. Rockets keeping it deep. Now Jansen, he sends it back behind the net. Ryleman picks it up. And now Akins sends it back to Benoit, shoots it low, deflected out in front, never gets to the net. Another shot, goes wide right. Salmons pinches, and then can't quite get there in time. Benoit helps him out.
Go, Otto!
The Rockets and Meramec battling for it, and it's going to be offsides on the Rockets with 8 minutes left in the first period. Rockets up 1-0. Salmons goes to the bench. Brings in Fallis and Wagner. Hellwig, Kai, and Giorgio in on offense. Face-off goes back to the Rockets to Fallis. Fallis mishits the puck. Center pass intercepted by Wagner. Wagner sends it up the boards to Giorgio. Giorgio enters the zone. He's got two guys. Kai there. Kai shot.
Oh!
Deflected out in front, but no chance there for the Rockets to slap it in. Good shot though. Now Kai in the corner. He to Giorgio. Now it's Follis in front of the net. He deflects it out. Another pass right in front of the net. Shot was deflected, and then another shot goes right in the net. With 7:07 left, Meramec gets a goal. Alexander Parrish.
What the hell?
Now Young in front of the shooter. Shot doesn't get on net. Shot ends up on net and the goalie covers. Alexander's the other winger on the play.
Other winger behind it. 20 feet behind it. To the net.
Parrish sends it in behind the net. Gardner tries to hold the zone, but can't quite miss it. They're not calling icing on this one. Touched by Gardner. Young picks it up.
Get him out. Use your butt. Your feet moving.
Alexander battling for the puck, tries to keep it in the zone, but Meramec gets control of it. Now Salmon's back in. He flips it up. No offsides. Meramec sends it across the net, or across the boards, I'm sorry. Now Salmons has it. He skates up. He passes back to Parrish, and then Parrish loses it. Goes past McLaughlin. And now Benoit loses it. Mormon skates way out from the net and keeps a play from getting on net. Keeps a goal from getting on, or a shot. Now Salmon's in the corner. He passes it up to Jansen. Jansen loses it back to the point. Center pass by Meramec. Parrish to Salmons. Salmons to Jansen. Now Meramec pinches up and sends it back deep again. Back to the point for Meramec. They send it deep again. Parrish is right there. He sends it up and right into the slot. Shot deflected up and over by Meramec, or by Mormon deflects it, but shot by Meramec. Now shot, or a pass to McLaughlin. McLaughlin sends it up to Parrish, sends it across the net, and the Rockets go for a line change. Meramec recollects himself really quickly, sends it back into the zone. Now Wagner and Follis in on defense. Another opportunity by Meramec. They center it in. Mormon's able to cover it with 4:17 left in the first period. Face off by Aikens, won by Meramec. They center it, but Wagner's right there. He sends it around the horn. Meramec sends it back in, but Wagner's right there. Now Aikens with the puck. He's got Ryleman with him. He sends it to Ryleman. Shot, or tries to make a shot. but T just whiffs on it. Now in front of the net again, backhand. They blow it dead, but the puck wasn't dead. I don't know what's going on there. Gardner Young enter on defense. Aikens on the face-off. He sends it to Giorgio. Giorgio sends it a little bit deeper behind the net. Ryman's right there. Now Meramec into the neutral zone. They cross the red line and past the blue line. They go past 3 guys. They lose the puck, though. The Rockets try to advance the puck. It goes back to the point. Shot and covered by Mormon with 3:25 left in the first period. Alexander Hellwig on the play. Back to the Meramec's point. He shoots. He has all day long to shoot the puck. Now Hellwig's got it. Hellwig sends it up to Kai, but he misses it and goes back into the neutral zone, back past the blue line. Alexander's chasing after it. Now Salmon's back on the play, offsides on Meramec with 2:56 left in the first period. Face off, controlled by the Rockets. Shot on net and covered by Meramec's goalie. Hellwig on the face-off. Salmons and Benoit in on defense. Kai Alexander in on offense with Hellwig. Across the ice. Erratic pass. Rockets can't get back on sides, so that's going to be offsides on the Rockets. It's going to be in the face-off right outside the zone. Parrish now with the face-off. He loses Herrero in there. Salmons. And that's going to be offsides on Meramec. McLaughlin, Parrish. Downs the other offensive man. Now Follis and Salmons on defense. Shot way high and left. Salmons comes out with it. He looks to pass it to Parrish. Parrish and Salmons right there. They got 2 guys. Parrish loses control of the puck though real quick. He looks to center it. Salmons is right there.
Go. Get him there. Forward check. Come on.
Now back into the neutral zone. Meramec advances it. Slowed down. Downs is right there. McLaughlin. Another stick by McLaughlin. Now Follis has it. He passes it up to Aikens. Aikens enters the blue line, passes the blue line. And they lose it as they change lines. Wagner's now in with Follis. 1:05 left in the first period. Offsides on Meramec. Jansen, Aikens, Giorgio in on offense. Face-off controlled by the Rockets. Giorgio sends it back to Fallis. Fallis sends it back into the neutral zone, and then Meramec sends it deep. Now pass from Giorgio, but Meramec's able to keep it in. Now Wagner has it. Now they're going. Now Meramec intercepts it. Now it's Giorgio. It's got 2-on-1. The Rockets not moving the puck very well, not back checking very well. 34 seconds left in the period. They're definitely going to have to change some things up if they want to win this game. The Rockets can't get it out of the zone. Now Meramec in front of the net in the slot. Another shot kicked outside by Jansen. And that'll end the first period with the score tied up 1-1. Rowman, Hellwig, and Kai in on offense. Young and Gardner in on defense. Controlled by Meramec. They send it into the zone. Now Kai in the corner. He sends it up to Hellwig. Intercepted and then shot. Glove saved by a Mormon. He covers it. Rockets come out with a new line: Parrish, McLaughlin, and Alexander. Another cover by Mormon. Draw one by Parrish. Gardner sends it around the boards. Young with the puck. He sends it up the boards. Now Parrish to McLaughlin. They both lose the puck. Now Gardner sends it up to the boards. Rockets can't clear the zone. Now McLaughlin chases after it. He got a chance at getting the puck at least. Parrish to McLaughlin. McLaughlin shot. Deflected out in front, or deflected in front. Now Alexander behind the net. He centers it. Young's right there. Quick shot. Way wide right. Now from the point, Gardner sends it on net. Goalie messes around with it a little bit and then covers it. Parents are calling for the boys to skate hard right now. That's what we need. Center pass. Now Benoit sends it back in deep. Center pass again. by Giorgio to Akins, but they can't quite get a shot off. Now back to Benoit. Benoit sends it deep again. Downs sends it to the center. Now to Salmons. Salmons sends it deep, but hits it. Downs tries to get the center pass. Back to Giorgio again. Giorgio to Salmons. Salmons shot, but it's deflected way out in front. Now they're heading the other way. Benoit sends it up the boards, but it's stopped at the point. He sends it back deep again. The Rockets can't clear the zone again.
Come on, get it out.
Now Downs to Giorgio. Giorgio makes a move, but gets sticked and stopped. Back to Salmons at center ice. Salmons has Giorgio in front of him. Shot. Glove save, then Giorgio. Salmons makes a shot. Bounces off the goalie. Giorgio does a little backhand, and the Rockets score to go up 2-1.
Boom, 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 boom. If you don't, what are you doing? Cross. Nice shot.
Oh, wow. Follows with a shot from outside the point, outside the blue line, and it rifles in for the Rockets to go up 3-1 with 12:10 left in the second period. If we had the goalie didn't know what was coming on that one. If we had instant replay, there might have been something going on there that we didn't see. Face-off, Hellwig, Reilman, Jansen, Wagner, and Fallis now in on the ice.
Go, Wags! Go, Wags! Shoot it! Wags through everyone. Still going.
Wagner advances the puck up through the zone.
Good job, Wags!
Rockets need somebody in front of the net. Nobody's there.
Help him out! Shoot it. Here we go, 2!
Fallis with a shot. And now Ryman with the shot. Both of them deflected off the goalie. Now Hellwig behind the net. He centers it to Jansen. Jansen centers it again. And the goalie's going to cover it. Both teams go for full line changes with Young and Gardner coming back in on defense with McLaughlin, Parrish, and Kai. Oh, and what's the penalty there, Noah? Roughing penalty. So the Rockets go into a power play, a Modelo power play, as we used to say. Shot by Young from the point, and Kai follows up with a shot for the Rockets to score. Rockets go up 4-1 with 10:59 left in the second period. That's going to end the power play for the Rockets, but they're going to get a goal out of it.
Come on.
Now Meramec right in front of the net. Shot goes off the top bar. What? They're going to call it a goal. I don't know about that. Was that a goal? I'm not sure if that was a goal, but that's what they called. So we're going to give Meramec 2 goals now. 2 goals to 4 goals with 10:47.
Deserved to get scored on there. Do we just let the guy walk?
Now Giorgio, Akins, and Alexander in on offense, with Benoit and Salmons in on defense. Center pass. Akins shoots it, gets deflected out in front.
Shoot it!
Alexander looking to center it. He does center it, but it's intercepted by Meramec. Meramec heads back into the zone. Benoit right in front of him. They pass it over. Salmon's now in front. Oh.
No call. Yes call.
Salmons is going to get caught with a penalty on that.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have gotten tripped.
Salmon's caught with the tripping. Giorgio skating after it. Now Meramec collects themselves, goes back into the zone, follows in front, shot, deflected and covered by Mormon out in front. 1:19 left in the penalty kill. If we only had a sponsor, we could call it the Five Guys penalty kill, but we don't. That's not.
Stay out of mouth.
Follows picks it up behind the net, circles around, changes direction, looks to outlet the pass to Alexander. Alexander now passes it into the neutral zone. And now Giorgio has a chance here. And can't quite get it. He does get it on net, but can't get it in the net, back of the net. 45 seconds left in the penalty kill. Meramec heads through the zone. They get stopped. Giorgio's right there again. Giorgio has a guy. He makes a move. Tries to get through the 5-hole, but can't quite get there. Now Wagner from the point shoots it down low. Jansen now. Meramec collects the puck. They send it back into the neutral zone, but it's intercepted by Akins. He sends it deep back into the zone. 14 seconds left in the penalty. Now Follis at the point. He sends it back deep again, goes for a line change. Akins in the corner, sends it to Jansen. Jansen centers it. How did that not go in? Penalty's over. Down sends it back deep. Goalie's struggling to get back up. He can't get his stick. Now Wagner's there. No point. Rockets go off sides because they can't quite get it back in. Wagner was down low. Downs tries to get back, but can't get there with 8:28 left in the second period. Akins on the faceoff sends it over to Gardner. Gardner can't quite get there. Meramec picks it up in the corner. They send it up to their point, but the Rockets intercept it. Now Young steps up, gives a little check to number 10, sends it back into the neutral zone. Meramec gets it back again, though. They send it across the ice, back to their point on the left. He sends it back deep into the zone. Now Meramec behind the net. Rockets pick it up. They send it out across the boards and back into the neutral zone. And the puck goes out of play with 7:30 left in the Ryman, Hellwig, and McLaughlin in on offense with Benoit and Salmons in on defense. Face off. Controlled by the Rockets. Hellwig now with it. Sends it back into the zone. Goes up and over. Back into the neutral zone. Salmons there. He sends it across to Ryman. Ryman picks it up. He's got 3 guys right there. Hellwig's there with him. Now back to McLaughlin, shoots it. And it's covered by the goalie with 7:11 left in the second.
Shot Wyatt.
Face off inside of Meramec's zone. Hellwig back to Salmons. He sends it up over to Ryman. Then they lose it back into the neutral zone. Benoit chases up.
Come on.
Now Meramec. McLaughlin picks it up. McLaughlin flips it over, tries to get it to Ryman. The Rockets keep it inside the zone. And then lose it. Salmons chases after it. The Rockets gather themselves. Now Salmons skates up. He passes it up to Hellwig. Hellwig enters the zone. Oh. Hellwig gets up after that push under the boards.
Come on. Go, Wyatt!
Now Follis pushes the puck outside and goes behind the net. Meramec looks to pass it. Salmons picks it up in front of the net. Salmons up to Alexander, then to McLaughlin.
Stay high. Come out!
Alexander down in the corner chasing after it. Parrish is right there as well. Back to Meramec. Follis picks it up in the neutral zone, sends it back in deep. Parrish is right there. Meramec sends it around the zone. Wagner's over there to keep it in. And the Alexander then flips it in a little deeper. Now from the point, Follis to Wagner. Wagner now the Rockets lose the zone. They reset and send it back in. Across the ice. Meramec picks it up. Kai keeps it back in there. And that's going to be icing on Meramec with 4:37 left in the second period. Giorgio, Akins, Jansen in on offense. Young and Gardner in on defense for the play. Face off. Back to Young. Young sends it into the corner. Giorgio centers it. Rockets lose it into the neutral zone, but they collect it, send it over to Giorgio. Giorgio's got 2 guys in front of him. He makes a move. Can't get past 2 guys. And then Meramec clears the zone. Akins picks it up. Sends it back across the ice where he's got Jansen on the skate. Giorgio right there intercepts it. He's got 1 guy in front of him. Backhand shot. Giorgio with the goal. Jansen to Giorgio. Giorgio with a little backhand over the top of the goalie's shoulder for a goal with 4:35 left in the second period, bringing the Rockets up 5-2.
Go, Sam!
Get kicked out of here.
Oh, George.
Face off. Won by the Rockets. Now Akins with the puck. They lose it though and send it back in the neutral zone. Now it's 3-on-1. Akins is skating fast to get catch back up and he does a good job there getting back to it. Now, pass up to Giorgio again. He tries to make another move. That's interference, but they don't call it. Now Gardner and Young in front. Shot covered by Mormon. 3:59 left in the second. I could sure use a cheeseburger right now. If anybody knows any sponsors, they could feed me. Face off back to Meramec. They shoot it. It goes wide right. Back to the point. Another shot. Mormon goes ahead and covers that one. Face off back to Meramec. Meramec shot, deflected off the leg pad of Mormon. Off to the right. Now Salmon's with the puck. He sends it into the zone. It's going to be icing. No icing. Now Meramec heads back the other way, though. They're going fast. They pass the red line and then out into the blue line. And Samus is going to get called again.
What the?
And Mormon covers the puck. Sammons is going to get called for tripping. It looked like a good play to me, but they call a tripping on it. Salmons is definitely used to getting called for penalties that aren't his. Shot from the point gets deflected out in front. Now Follis picks it up. Follis skates it up. He's looking for somebody to pass it to. He skates it up. Oh, I missed that check. Now Alexander Wagner sends it back through the neutral zone, passing to the Meramec zone where they collect the puck. They send it across the ice. Follis picks it up. Follis sends it around again, and they call icing fast. These refs are calling icing super fast.
I don't know what that call is. Is it a
Now Meramec into their zone, back to the point, they send it back in. Rockets get it into the neutral zone, passed up to Parrish, but lost, and now McLaughlin, no offsides. Meramec, Scully collects the puck thing, sends it up ready, or posts it up ready for his players. Now Follis sends it into the neutral zone. Meramec tries to reposition themselves, but ends up offsides on the play. 22 seconds left on the Salmon's penalty of non-tripping. Face off back to Young. Young sends it up the boards. Meramec picks it up. And icing on the Rockets. 2 minutes left in the second period. Face-off all the way back to the other side of the ice. Parrish on the face-off. Gardner Young in on defense. McLaughlin, the other winger. Shot from the point of Meramec. Oh. Salmon's now back in on the play. Young sends it to Parrish. Parrish gets it out of the zone. He's got Salmons right there. Salmons and Parrish tries to center it, can't get through. Now Meramec sends it deep into the zone, bounces off of the stick of Mormon.
Skate that.
And there's 53 seconds left in the second period. Rockets have a little bit of a skating problem right now. If they just quit icing the puck and start skating the puck. Aikens now on the face-off. Kai and Jansen in on the play with Follis and Wagner. From the point, shot right in front of the net. They allow 2 shots on goal, and the second one goes past Mormon for a goal for Meramec. It's going to bring the score 5-3 with 47 seconds left in the second period. Aikens on the draw, sends it to Meramec, who sends it back over across the ice to Follis. The Rockets get back on sides barely. And high stick. Is that what they said?
Yeah,
High stick on Meramec with 17.4 seconds left in the second period. Follis, Wagner in on defense. Robin, Helwig, Giorgio in on offense. Pass back to Follis. Follis shot deflected left of the goal. Now Meramec gains some speed. They're heading back the other way. They send it deep into the zone behind the net. And that's going to bring the end of the second period to a close with the Rockets up 5-3. Helwig on the face-off, sends it back. Now Benoit picks it up behind the net, sends it up to Ryleman. Ryleman can't quite get a stick on it, but they do wave the icing. Ryleman gets there first. He sends it to Salmons. Salmons shoots one, but... And they blow the whistle before the puck's even dead. Salmon's eyes got so big he pretty much whiffed on the shot. Covered by Meramec.
After the cigarette break.
Hellwig on the draw. Shot. Hellwig leaves it right in front, right in the circle for Giorgio, and Giorgio slams it into the back of the net. Is that a hat trick for Giorgio? That's a hat trick for Giorgio. Making it look easy tonight. Parrish now at center. Giorgio and Downs are the other two wingers, with Young and Gardner in at defense. Parrish in the corners trying to get the puck, trying to find the puck.
Go, 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 get there.
Puck kicked back into the neutral zone. Young's right there. He flips it in, but it's deflected off of Meramec. They send it into the zone for a floppy shot that Mormon covers. Glove save and covers. 13:52 left in the third. Face off to Meramec, pretty much controls it, sends it behind the net. Rockets pick it up by Parrish. Now Parrish has some room. He's got Alexander there.
Oh, nice shot.
Center pass to Downs. Downs shoots it. Ends up wide right. Young takes... Young with a clean hit right in the middle of the ice. Now Perry circles around. He sends it into the zone where Meramec takes the puck. Now McLaughlin over to Fallis.
Laying on the hits.
It's going to be icing, no icing. They waive it for some reason. The Rockets pass it across their net from Fallis now to Akins. Akins skating through the zone. Now past the blue line. He's got Jansen with him. Shot.
Nice shot.
Tries to 5-hole it, but the goalie's right there to cover. Salmons and Benoit back in on defense with Akins, McLaughlin, and Jansen in on offense. Akins on the draw. Benoit sends it back deep. Jansen skates around. Now McLaughlin shot off the leg pad of the goalie. Benoit steps up and sends it back deep again. Center pass by Salmons tries to hold the blue line but loses it. What the hell? My phone just turned dark. I don't know what's going on.